to marry them, especially at that time, because I was a babe in this coming to myself. And now I feel like I am at a very middle age part of coming to myself. Not even a middle age. I'm at a coming of age part of coming to my, and of being of myself, of being me, my true self. And I don't think you can get married and have a successful marriage until you really know who you are and you have come into that person and you like that person and you are down with that person and you are trying to be with someone who complements that person and you all have a shared vision and shared goals. And my person of '02, '03, '06, '07 was a very defensive person. I felt like I had to fight to be myself. Now there's no defense, boo boo. There's no fight, there's no aggression, there's no nothing. I am at such a different place, you know. I had this stupid rule. You don't say I love you first. He says I love you. You don't do this. He does it first. You don't say this. He says it first. It was so silly. And now that shit is so far gone, honey. If I feel it, I say it, and that's just it. And I can say, I miss you. I want to see you. When am I going to see you again? And I enjoyed being with you. And all these things that I just never said. And I have a really good friend who used to be like, yeah, you a pimp. And no, I was not a pimp. But I was definitely like, I had pimp behavior because I didn't talk about my feelings. And I would just look at you like, thanks. Like you would say you love me. And I'd be like, all right, thanks. And then I met somebody who did that shit to me, and I was like, oh, what? did you see what I said? What you mean? That's sweet. And what it was a reflection of who I had been presenting for all these years. And I couldn't, it took a while to realize that. It takes a while when you realize you're getting a taste of your own medicine. And that's what it was. So this is a long video, guys. I'm sorry. But I feel like somebody needs to hear it. Maybe somebody needs to hear it. I don't know. Maybe I just needed to hear it. So I'm going to wrap it up. So at the end of that conversation, I had to end that conversation with gratitude. Like I started off so mad. Like I was so mad. Like, why is everybody coming to me? But now I have to be grateful. I'm grateful that that's how people see me. I'm grateful that people that I was intimate with, people who I cared about, people who cared about me, can say that about me. I'm very, very, very grateful about that. And I have to, sometimes I think single women get in this victim mode. Like, well, when is somebody gonna marry me? What about me? And it's really not about that. It's really not about that. It's not about when is somebody gonna marry you. It's about the work that you have to do to get to you. Who are you? Are you really clear about who you are? And do you have your vision for yourself? And then meeting that person who shares that vision and you all working that vision out from now to eternity, to death do you part. So that's what I had to tell him. Like, wow, I'm so grateful for that conversation. I was very, very vulnerable. I love this person very, very much. And I felt like he had played me. And I had to be honest about that. I had to be so honest about that. That was a hard conversation because the 92 Michelle wouldn't have never said no shit like that. Because I would be like, you not going to get me. And I had this wall up. And even though I told him I had a wall up, I really didn't because I was telling him exactly how I was feeling. And that's what it is. So I think I'm going to have this gratitude for the next few days because it's very complex. So standing in my truth, what I mean by that today, the gratitude of standing in my truth today is being very clear on who I am and that I love that I am being vulnerable and I love that I am being expressions of my truest self. And I see it all around my home. And I see it all in my conversations and all in my thought process that I'm just constantly expressing this truest part of myself. And I like myself. And I don't have to say, this is who I am. I am just am. I just am. It's not a fight. It's not aggressive. And I'm not defensive. I am just loving me and digging me and doing me. And I'm loving it. So that is my gratitude, is standing in my truth and sort of ... being vulnerable, being my truest self, and really liking that. And thus kind of manifesting and expressing different realities or expressions of that. So that is it for me. I'm at about 36 minutes, guys. I'm sorry. But I had to get out. I don't know. Once I started talking, it just had to get out. So I hope this reaches somebody who needs to hear it. If you are faking the funk, stop it. It's really not worth it. And who you really are is beautiful. We're all beautiful. We're beautifully flawed. And we're beautiful in our own ways. So, I don't want to be Rhoda. I don't want to be Debbie Allen. I don't want to be, Bob Marley. They are all influencers of mine. Zora Neale Hurston is a big influencer of mine. Alice Walker is a big influencer of mine. I don't want to be them, but I've been influenced by them, and that's okay. That's beautiful. So being your true self is beautiful, and I really encourage you to do it. And don't let the big C or any, scary diagnosis kind of catapult you into realizing that. Just do it, just take the time to really do it and really take a really good assessment of yourself and see, are you really being yourself, or are you being what you think people want you to be, or are you compromising certain things? Because that's what I've been really focused on these last 2 months. And I'm really loving me. And so I'm grateful for standing in my truth and being vulnerable and manifesting and expressing and loving me. So, again, very long video, but I think it was needed. And hope you guys make it through the end. Hope you share the laughs with me. And again, put your gratitude in the comments box. We're at day 4, guys. Gratitude in the comments box. Hit the like button and subscribe on my YouTube, Rawfully Healing. So it's Michelle with Rawfully Healing saying, be you, be true, and love yourself, because you are a beautiful, beautiful person. And I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Even with